Welcome to Still Plays Galaxy of Heroes. This is a Grand Arena second match, second week, Season 21. Doing a quick recap. Here's my match up against Jamkin. This was a win. He had 2 GL, but he could not compete, or he had no solution for the Executrix, and he saved both of his GLs for offense. His offense went okay. I think I tripped him up once or twice. No problem in the front wall. The front wall exists to pull out teams, pull out counters. On the back wall here, is it going to be this kind of day, blue stacks? Right. Back wall here, Grievous did his job. Newt and Padme were the other teams back there. Padme need to do a feat with today, so I saved my Padme. The other front territory here, no problem here, but I've set a fairly weak defense because I knew he had no solution for chips. He had a really nice account, really good mods, but he probably is a guild leader, but he's elected to stay in a small guild, so he only had one of the Malevolence or Negotiator. You can tell that he's not getting the get currency. Attempted both battles but couldn't clear, and I think he put his Malevolence on defense. I don't recall exactly. Now today's matchup, the opponent does not have the same roster threat as Jamkin. Jamkin actually has a really nice roster. Really, it's the guild decision that's holding back his performance, which otherwise is great, because he had a 900,000 lifetime banners to my million. Like, we were only like 100k off. Usually we're looking at like 400k, 500k differences. Today's opponent, like, we'll call him Mitt. Here's what he's running in the arenas. You can tell he has JML, but the JML's not geared up. Malevolence in the fleet arena. Now when we look at the bots, we're only going to look at the hot bot in regularity, but I think this week we'll quickly look at the Omega bot since that's getting a lot of attention this week. But I don't think it's worthy of being a consistent member of these videos. So Guild GP, we've got a big advantage. Here's what I'm talking about with the lifetime banners, where Jamkin was right in line with me. We've got a 500k advantage here, and you can see that in the undersizes and clears. And from the history, this is an opponent where they'll do a couple attacks. If it goes wrong, they stop. Zetas, way too many. There's a lot of GP here. Like, I think, not counting the Galactic Legends, there's only like maybe 110 Zetas these days, maybe 100 Zetas worth having. And then you get into a luxury range, and then like, I'm at a point where there's not really any more Zetas I would put on. There's maybe 2 or 3 more Zetas I would consider putting on. And when we look at the rest of the gear, he's got a bunch of gear 12. I've got advantages elsewhere. I've got a big mod advantage. He has more 6-dot mods, but my speeds are better. And the relics, he's got a bunch of tier 5 and tier 4. That's where the bulk of his GP is lying, within the relics. And then no cats. Not done gearing up JML, but he does have Gas, JKL, and Darth Revan. The rest of these characters are fine. I think I want to add Padme to this list too, because I kind of want to know Padme's speeds. I might do that. And then he's got both Malevolence and Negotiator, but I got the speed advantage. And he might be able to get through the Executrix, but he's not getting through both. Now, on to the match. Oh, wait. We're not doing that yet. We are first going to look at the Omega bot. So what... The reason I don't think I'm going to consistently do that, bring this bot up, is this is another Discord bot. It's good. I think it's useful for analyzing your own account. I think it's less useful for analyzing your opponents, because really it speeds up the process. It's still a good tool, but I prefer going through the Grand Arena history myself because I want to see what teams were being used up against a particular defense, or what the how the offense was being specifically used. So like it shows me the teams he uses on defense. I can tell that his Jedi Knight Revan here is getting defends. And the overall pattern that it's giving me is it's distilling this information into a single graphic instead of me having to go through multiple pages of Grand Arena history. But it tells me my opponent sets a weak defense. It shows here that he saves everything for offense. This gives me an idea of where his banners are performing. I like this with the attack timing. He plays mostly near the end of Grand Arena. And this mod comparison is nice. You can see that I have a pretty consistent mod advantage throughout every mod speed. Now looking at the defense, we got First Order, Kira, Mon Mothma, and Empire. None of those teams are particularly good, but they're tricky if you have a shallower roster. Front territory is same as last with Darth Revan and Gas and JTR. In the bottom territory, we saved Padme for offense, but the rest that we put down is... We've got our Grievous. We have a changed up Newt because I needed Dooku for that Padme team. And I actually think I might gear up Stormtrooper Han. I like the synergy. He's obviously not at the right gear for him to be helpful in this setup, but had he been at least gear 11, and he's actually one of those Zetas that I would consider, that would work out. Jawa's here. I'm just testing out Jawas as a defensive team, as a banner stealing team. They're not going to get any defense or anything. Now my opponent's defense, we might be able to have some fun with, because it's fairly weak. Jedi Knight Luke with Jedi Master Luke, and Watt's there, so Luke will be taunting. This is not something we can underestimate, but it's not going to be very good. Geos, Bounty Hunters, and Kylo. Actually, from that gear, it looks like he's going after SLKR now as well, so he's on his way to 2 Galactic Legends, but not ready for it, which is I didn't catch earlier. But there is no SLKR on his roster. Grievous, Mon Mothma, Telzine. And this is very weak for a bottom front territory. This is you want your opponent to have to make some difficult decisions in this territory. And I'm not going to have to make any difficult decisions here. I think what we've done in the past fairly regularly here is Night Sisters. We're going to do Bad Bats this time. I'm going to do a dumb thing here up against Mon Mothma, but it's something that I've done in Territory Wars and I've talked about in the past. I want to show it with Mandalorians and Wampa. And then Night Sisters, we'll just do Trprs or something. Like, we can basically use a weak team for every counter, which puts me at a pretty big advantage. And we'll just start at the top. I need to remind myself, though, that I do need to do that feat. And it's a Relic 2 Grievous. Actually, I want tech in that slot. What I like about the Bad Batch is this is usually a higher banner win than using the Night Sisters. Night Sisters are a fun counter, they're effective, but they aren't... They're a lower banner win because you lose all your protection. So all those protection banners are gone. I really need to get Omega faster. I'm going to put the buff immunity over on Droideka. I'm a little worried we're going to take out people and I'm not ready for it. I need more protection. Let's put this on Echo. All right. I'm going to swap. I need to know these kits better. Who else is going to help recover? We'll swap with Tech. Because Wrecker's about to go. Come on, man. I was hoping Wrecker was going to take his turn and I'd get protection up, but oh, let's do that. Okay. Oh, that's right. Omega heals up a bit. But yeah, see, all our health and protection is back. There we go. See, nice full banner win. All Gear 11 characters. Still winnable if they were all at low stars. Omega's the only one at less than 7 stars right now. We farmed them as fast as we could. They were a pain since having to do... You can do 3 simultaneous farms fairly effectively, but 4 simultaneous farms is a mess. All right. I'm debating between the 2 leads. I know plenty of people go with Veers, but I like the safety net. Especially when we have a relic to deal with. Alright, we remove all that turn meter. Get my assists. We're going to throw a little armor shred over there for the moment. Now we get our turn meter train running. We'll take out Zombie to keep the turn meter going. Oh, come on. Let's toss this. Come on. I wasn't targeting Daka because I was hoping for the death mark to take her out without the revive. Alright. Ventress here. It's the last piece. There we go. Alright, now we're gonna have a little bit of fun. This is low banners, but we're gonna do it anyway. It's a way to use your roster a little bit differently and get something out of it. So Wampa, at least at Relic 3, cannot beat Relic Mon Mothma solo. I'll bring Wampa regularly up against, if there's like a mix of Gear 12 or Gear 11, Wampa will solo that no problem. What I've done in... Do I want to bring in... Since the last time I've done this, the only new thing here is I didn't have relics on Beskar Mando before, but now I do. And I'm considering leaving him out because he's actually going to make this way easier. Maybe we'll do it without him. Yeah, we'll do it without him. We'll do Garsuxin. Now this is a little risky because the armor kind of sucks. She's slow. It's hard to make her... She has low tenacity, so she easily gets stunned and ability blocked. And she can get messed up. We'll throw the shred over on Jin just because she might go down easy. Definitely doing the basics. Get that turn meter moving. And now we get our protection up and our Wampa is ready to go. And now Mon Mothma is about to take a bunch of her turns, and you're going to see that these Mandos are going to start falling apart pretty quick. I'll get some days back out. Your Candors, I'm just looking to hit people who have the protection up to get that third hit. Or not protection up to, who have protection. And I need armor to take her turn. Alright, we're throwing the Beskar on Wampa. And that is going to allow Wampa to counter more consistently and to get protection recovery. And this is why this is a low banner win. Even though it looked like it was going pretty well at first, it is not. Like, I'm going to lose all these Mandos. But with the Beskar armor, my Wampa is going to do well. See, Wampa would be dead by now without the Beskar. But obviously I could have done Traya or Django or CLS or tons of Vader, tons of other teams, and gotten way more banners. But you can use this in territory wars if your opponents put down a bunch of Mon Mothma teams, or if you're getting deep into your roster. If this was like on the back wall and you were out of other teams, this is a way to use that Wampa and still get through those rebel fighters. I'd much rather solo them though. Oh, I wish I had Nest. Alright, we got Bast lead nonsense. I'll probably just do CLS here. We'll use Jedi up against his Jedi. There is also that Kylo team. Oh, I've got Padme. We'll do Padme against the Trprs. I need to remind myself who's in. It's Padme, Dooku, and Anakin. Padme, Dooku, Anakin. So we will just use a standard team. The unfortunate part of that armor with Wampa is you can't undersize it. Because if you undersize it, your armor probably will just get targeted and take it out before you're able to really take advantage. You could you get the counter with, I think, 2 stacks of Beskar, so you technically don't have to wait. But I like those 3. I guess we'll stealth. I'm going to go after Gideon because I don't want to demoralize. We should undersize this. I didn't need I could have left out Ahsoka or GK. Let's just do that. That's way too much for that. Or we should have done it against the Ewoks, and then we could have done some sort of weird solo up against this team because the gear was so low. That would have been better. Wait, I don't have... Let's just get this done. We will... Darth Orphan's on defense. We'll just use CLS. Yeah. So there was Yoda, Jolie, Bast. Who else was on this? GK and Hermit Yoda. All right. Took out Yoda first just because he's the only attacker. Like, that's the only threat here. I like to have way more. If I were to do Bastila lead, I like to have more attackers. Like, I would have Ayla. I would look at Ezra. Yoda was fine. Hermit Yoda's technically fine. You're going to want one tank, maybe. But, like, in 3v3 is the only time I really do it. And in 3v3, I just go 2 attackers. And this really isn't a team you should be using at this stage of the game. Almost at all anymore. I used it for like a season in the new account. The new account, we've already graduated to Jedi Knight Revan like 2 months ago, 3 months ago. Who lost a banner? I should have done the blind from Chewie. Gets the protection back. I thought we were at full banners. We're gonna come back to Ewoks and see if there's something fun we can do there. I hope I clicked on Geos. Go down, spy. Only 3. Pathetic. Alright, I don't even want to think about this anymore. I'm just playing this to try not lose any banners. Other than the Shore Trooper one. Alright. Oh, I need to be doing undersizes for that feat. Oh, let's do that smuggler one. The smuggler counter here. I saved my Mando. I still have Quill and IG-11. It might lose, but I want to see if Gear 12 is enough. We'll do that up against these guys. We'll just smash that with my Jedi. And that leaves me... I don't know, we're just going to jump into this. We know at least one team we're using. I don't think I have a preset for this. This one needs a preset. I have Nest! We're just going to solo those Ewoks. Perfect. Maybe we want to bring in Nest, though. Oh, we got Cat. I'm very tempted by Nest right now. Just do it. I guess that's counters and yeah, fine. I think I was looking for Canderous because I usually use them together because he helps add stacks to the birds. Quill's the important part to this team. I think we will put this on IG-11. Ooh, I do not like that. Let's get the damage immunity up. Let's get the shock. I don't like you guys. Let's stun Hux if we can. Or that's not what I wanted. Oh, jeez. Is that because he's at relics now? Fine. I thought we were going to have to work for it a little bit more. Alright, we're just going to keep going. I shouldn't have used Nest. Nest takes too long anyway. For that Ewok counter. There's faster things we can do. Why am I playing this like it's a normal matchup? Like this is... This is already over. I should have just brought in like junk Jedi. Oh, we got Night Sisters, we've got Bounty Hunters. I'm checking the Zetas on Django. He's got both Zetas on Django, so I don't want to do Night Sisters. Kind I feel like we're basically forced into doing Bounty Hunters. Let's have some fun. We're gonna do Zam lead. The relics should do the rest of the work, so we can at least do that. I love Zam lead. I wish there was more of a reason to do it. That was the best part about Hat, was bringing in Zam lead and just getting crazy stacks of thermals. Jeez. I think we can just take out Django right now. What am I talking about? It's Relic 8 Boba. Of course. There's no thinking. I'm still haven't calibrated in my head that I've got a Relic 8 Boba right now. There we go. It was quite boring. It's... Bounty hunters were more fun when I didn't have relics on them. I don't want to have relics on every team. Because that's just like... That's way too much firepower for bounty hunters. I guess we should probably undersize this, right? This is so boring. Why am I even playing this? Let's just auto this. This is gonna be a pretty good one. Gear 11 on the Akbar though. Whatever. He's got Jedi Master Luke, so there's gonna be relics on all these other pilots, so we're just gonna use the Malevolence there. You know, we're gonna have, for the foreseeable future, fleet is locked down. Second, what am I doing? That's not Hans Falcon. It's Ray's Falcon. I avoided it just out of habit. But we want to take her out right away. Because resistance ships contribute to the cooldowns on the Radis. Where are my assists? And what's the gear on your Ray? Alright, we done. Head to the... We'll claim a couple feats and then we'll head to the new account. I think we only got 1 feat to claim. Three. Alright, we got that one. Oh, we finished up this one. That one's not a big deal. Alright, new account time. Back with a new account. Quick glance, I'm pretty sure that we showed this in the last video. I think he attacked first. We're not going to click on each of those because I think he wasted all of his attacks on Ewoks and stuff, and that was all shown in the last video. Today, opponent, Tendima Garnell. Running Geos and Vader in Arena. I don't know why people do that. And they're bad Geos. Actually, before we do this, okay, good, he's attacked. Just click inside the roster. Okay, Gear 12 Jedi Consular is one way to do things. We're just going to move on. So this is how it went. Cleared my Geos somehow. And they're not great Geos, but with his Vader on defense, I'm surprised he cleared the Geos. But maybe he has good Jedi, because he did have a decent Yoda. Back wall, Padme. 4 attempts against Padme. That's a weak Padme too, so he just has much shallower roster than I do, so he's not... You still have to have synergy to beat Padme. You don't need a bunch to beat my Padme, but you need some. In one shot against the Ewoks. Same deal here. If you're not building out your roster deep, having a bunch of squads that synergize, you'll have trouble early on. Because those are all like level 70 teams. They're all weak. They're all like level 3 to 5 abilities. The Ewoks are a little stronger, but I haven't touched my Night Sisters, for instance, other than to get Zombie to Gear 10 and get that ability level, the revive. Alright, here's what we're working with. Vader lead, which is nothing. We'll handle that no problem. I take out Relic Vaders all the time in Squad Arena. The Padme team needs to be respected, but isn't going to be a huge threat. Oh, your Yoda's down here? How did you get through my Geos? Did you use your own Geos or something? Alright, we're doing CLS against Vader. We'll do, I guess, Jedi Knight Revan up against his Padme. So that means we've got Empire, my Bounty Hunters, Troopers. We'll do Troopers up against Yoda. I'm going to do Bounty Hunters here. Because with Django lead, we can outspeed all these characters, and Boba Fett will not be a concern. The rest of these characters don't work with Boba Fett, so it doesn't matter. Just a bunch of healers. Whatever. You survived that? Come on, man. We're at like 1.9 million GP now. We're right at the edge of 2 million GP. I think we might be able to get to like 2.5 million GP before we hit the 1 year point on this account. I'm doing Piet lead just for the offensive boost, because there are some higher gear characters here. And we're dealing with, we have a lot of level 70 and even less troopers that we're working with. So we'll do the inevitable failure up on Stormtrooper. If we can take out Yoda right away. Perfect. We're just going to ignore Jedi Consular. The most worthless first gear 12 you could have selected. Not most. Up there. Why am I playing this? Let's just auto. There's a chance Geos are on the back wall. We've got my Vader for that if that's the case. But I'm not expecting that because I don't see how he beat my Geos. Unless he used his own Geos. Alright. We'll come back to that just in case something goes insanely wrong in the top territory, which will not be happening. So you can see here we have no level 85 characters. The gear is fairly low. And this is why you don't do Vader lead. Vader is slow. He needs Palp lead for that speed boost. The never expiring dots does not matter for Grand Arena. That's a raid ability. Because Han just gets out there, stuns Vader. I'll take the turn meter from Palpatine. Can't even believe they got off a hit. Padme, what was my plan here? Jedi. Jedi was my plan. Although, maybe we'll just do Palpatine. No, Jedi's better. Jedi's still better. No, wait, that was no Zetas, right? Okay, good. Because then we can just take out Rex. And get that trigger the 5 sacrifice real quick. There's the sacrifice. And now goes Rex. We'll spread those buffs around. Now we'll take out Padme. I guess we'll just do Sith Empire. Undersized. I don't remember if I maxed out the abilities before or after sign up. I think maybe after. So if I can't fear everyone, we'll know. Because that's an Omega. Yeah. So not everybody has fear, so don't have max abilities on my Darth Revan right now. Not that it matters. There we go. I need to build up a fleet. A stronger fleet. I need crystals from fleet. I've ignored it for so long that I've slipped out of the crystal range in the fleet arena. Just rip out Ahsoka right away. Alright, we done. Thank you for watching, everyone. I am taking a trip next week. I still want to get out videos and make Grand Arena the entire time, so I got to figure out how I'm going to be balancing all that and where I'm doing it. We'll figure out a way. I'm still going to be recording the Grand Arena while I'm traveling, but we'll see. Be safe out there, everyone. Be excellent to each other. This is Still Plays Galaxy of Heroes.